And then good evening and welcome back to the Raymond Igisha Technical Center. It is a game time, just about game time here at the Raymond Igisha Technical Center in Rainbow City, Angola. It's the Raymond Igisha Technical Center that is light and lively for yet another time. It is the Male Senior League 2021 and it's happening right here. Right before us, we just saw Salsa Ballers going down to Attackers, and in the games in the evening, second game, it's going to be the newcomers, the Western Predators. They will be taking on Uprising team that is coming off of a victory. Uprising is coming off a 2-1 victory over Diamond FC, while Western Predators is coming off of a defeat, a heavy defeat, a baptism that they will hardly want to forget when they were beaten 12-1 in their first game in their opening encounter against Ducks United. Welcome to you, Doc. And what are the perspective of this game?
Well, I would be expecting coming into this game a pretty comprehensive Uprising victory. We did see that they looked the scoreline against the Diamonds did not suggest how the game was played, because for about 70 minutes the Uprising they looked a different class to the Diamonds, but I guess towards the end they seemed to tail off, and the Diamonds, seeing as they focus on fitness for the majority of their off season, the fitness did play a very big role for them to claw their way back into the game.
Well, I would have the inside info and a different take on that. And if you notice that Diamonds played a totally different game in the second half of that game. There was an accident related accident earlier, just before the kickoff of the game, and hence there were a few players from the Diamond lineup that could not start the game. They went to the hospital with their loved one, and then they came back late, and we saw late in the second half a really different Diamond out, and so because of that, Uprising came away with a 2-1 victory. Nonetheless, they came away with a victory. 2-1 victory. It's football. It's sports day. Today we saw on the other park, in James Honor West Park, where Pointers in the Angola T20 League, where Pointers got the better of Razor Massive by some 7 runs down.
And see, I was extremely skeptical because a score is a score nonetheless, but 118 is not something that you would expect should be defended in a T20 encounter. You shouldn't be able to defend 118 against such a what you wouldn't want to say a potent batting lineup, but there's certainly some strength at the top there for the Razor Massives, likes of Sean Hodge and Lanville Harrigan. They have such good batting at the top, so for them to not chase 118, it may be a bit of a maybe a dampener on their season.
One thing I want to bring your memory back to is that sports is not played on paper. And so it doesn't matter what sporting activities, be it cricket, football, or the likes. It doesn't matter what it is. One thing I want to remind you is that it is played on the field. And so oftentimes we think that a batting lineup looks good, looks powerful, but it only takes one ball, one bad decision to cost you the entire game.
And I think if you look at the injury to Lanville Harrigan as maybe the turning point as to when their chase sort of fell off the rails, because they looked so good coming up to maybe the 16th over or so. But when Lanville went down with that injury, it may have derailed their chase plans, because Lanville, he played a much more subdued innings, a more innings where he said he was going to stay there to the end. So for him to leave very unexpectedly, it may have changed their plans.
Well, and that's that for that. And tomorrow it's going to be the Super Sixers, the Fountain Super Sixers. They will be taking on the BMers. And again, the captain, Lindell Richardson, may just not be present. He has an injury. Now it's back to the Raymond Igisha Technical Center. It's Uprising in grey and black. They are in the middle. The pleasantries are being exchanged at this time. The newcomers, the Western Predators, they are in pink and grey and white with black somewhere along the chest and neck area. So it's going to be the Predators that will be taking on the Uprising. And we are seeing now the Uprising. They are shaking the hands of the official. And after this exchange, we are going to see the toss and then the kickoff. But again, a good game is anticipated. And what the Predators have going on their side, likewise, is that they now have their coach with them. And last week, because of duties, he was unable to be on the bench. And so Junior is on the bench tonight, and the Western Predators would be more upbeat. They would be a more upbeat team, I guarantee you, than what we saw last time around.
Well, I do know of one major man for the Predators who at the defense of the Uprising have to look out for, and that's of course the man Niall O'Neill. He looked a different class to everyone else on the field in that last encounter there. He was such a good player on the ball, and he may be the one that the other players target, to the one that they look to find some sort of inspiration in this game.
Well, we'll wait to see. It is Predators are taking on the Uprising, and we wait. It's going to be John will be assisted. It would be the assistant referee. It's John, and we'll give you the name of the officials in just a while as we watched. It's the Predators. They will be kicking from the James Ronald Webster N or the City N, and it is the Uprising that will be kicking from the Campus B N. Uprising, Western Predators, a good game is at hand.
Well, looking at the Uprising team, of course you have to look for that dangerous midfield they have. They have Jarvis Jones in there, and he is known to be a playmaker. He's a captain of the Uprising, and he's a very good playmaker for them.
Yes, Jarvis would be looked at very carefully. He is the engine room, one will say, for the Uprising, and no doubt about it, he would be an integral part of the Uprising team. On the whistle goes, it's Uprising who gets us starting. Uprising in the grey and black, numbers written in white in the back. Well, we haven't gotten those team sheets as yet, and so we wait to give you the lineup. And as I'm speaking, TD is walking in, and we will be getting those line up in just a while. It is Predators with the ball in the midfield. Drops it wide on the left wing. Number 14 looks up, gives it back to his number 18, who looks for his ball. Has been intercepted there by Uprising. Comes away with it. Looking to mount an attack. The ball has been played wide on the left wing. Here is Uprising. Uprising with the ball. Looking to get into the area. Ball has been dispossessed there. Now it's attempted clearance and was unable to find his player. At the ball, the man Trey holds it up, passes it now to his number 6, who's making a run down the right flank. The right flank, he's been dispossessed, and the ball has been put out of touch, and it's going to be a throw into Uprising.
So we've had about a minute played so far, and immediately you can see that once the Predators get the ball, their first line of attack is to go and find that number 19 for them. So I believe another danger man for them is their striker, the number 9. I believe he did score their goal in the 12-1 demolition at the hands of the Ducks United. So he's another key player for them as well.
It's Uprising. And the ball looking to settle down here. Predators. I saw Predators in the warm-up games, and they look a pretty good, decent team when they're on. And they get frustrated very easily. But when they are going, they are going. Uprising with the ball. Ball cross to the goalkeeper. Finds the right back. Oh, he was charged down very quickly, but luckily enough, he stayed calm and was able to control the ball. Here is Predators with the ball. Making a run here. Dispossessed. Trey holds it up, takes it. It's number 6 who crosses it, gives it away. And the ball is it's going to be a free kick. He's going to restart the ball coming off the goal of the referee. And it's going to be a free kick to Uprising. Hot. Pass the ball forward. Boots going up there, heads going up. A tussle for the ball. Uprising loses it. A tussle there for the big number 4. Loses it. It's Aaron who picks it up. Just long ball into the air, and it's going to go. And he could have just relieved that ball, but fortunately for him, it's a corner being given. A corner given, and he could have relieved the ball, let it go outside. We start the game. He didn't do that. And is it the pressure? He's a newcomer, experience not on his side. We'll see. It's a corner. Who's going to be entrusted with this one? Number 7 for Uprising. That is Jarvis, the captain. He's going to look to whip it in from the left corner flag. Jarvis swings it into the air, heads going up, and cleared momentarily there by Predators. Ball not downfield. Predators. Well, this is a chase. This is a run for the ball, and this could be danger. This could be danger. Opportunity. It's a goal in the 5th minute of play. Number 19 for the Predators. Western Predators are up 1-0.
It's that man again, Niall O'Neill. What a player he is. He took that one it was a great turn by the striker again. A fantastic turn. He took the defender completely out of the play, and a fantastic finish by Niall O'Neill, and 1-0 to the Predators.
I told you the coach is on the bench, and expect to see a completely different Western Predators tonight. 1-0 in the 5th minute of play. O'Neill sending Uprising. Is it that they are up or they are down sitting right now? Well, we'll see. It's all in the game. It's just the 5th minute of play. It is Uprising looking to get back on even terms. Mounting an attack here. Uprising with the ball. Good run there, but he loses it. tussle there for the ball. Uprising, shot and goal. It's going to go wide. And it's going to go for, it is a goal kick for the Predators. 1-0. Western Predators lead.
I don't know if you would say somewhat surprisingly, but...
Well, I don't know if it is surprising to you, but I did say before the ball was kicked, I said I'm expecting to see a totally different game tonight with the coach on the bench, knowing his players, ensuring that his players are in place. You know, when you have somebody who is just substituting for you, who is not really there when the team is playing, and you know, and they make changes that you will not make and calls that you will not call. And this is exactly what we are seeing here. The coach is here. This could be another opportunity, and could so easily have been 2-0. Could have so easily been 2-0.
I don't know what the usually composed defense of the Uprising are doing, because usually you would hear the man Matthew Brown. He's a very vocal person at the back, and you would have heard him how they made a call, but he should have known that ball would have not arrived at the keeper. The keeper called off at Sean Hodge, and almost resulted in a goal.
Here is Uprising, looking to pull one back. Uprising with the ball. Uprising dispossessed. Cleared. Only as far as the midfield, it's back with Uprising. It's Petty who lands it wide to the number 6. That's Derek. And here is Uprising. It's going to go for, it goes out of touch off the Uprising player, and it is going to be a goal kick to the Predators.
Well, we have the team sheets for you, and the Uprising lineup is going to be Matthew Brown, Denny Derrick, the number 6. They have Stefan, the number 4, Kajik Fleming, the number 9, Sean Hodge, number 3, Trey Gums, number 13, Jarvis Jones, number 7, Ricardo Petty, the number 11, Aaron Rodgers, number 2, Rashad Thomas in goal, number 30, and the number 10, Renee Thomas. And for the Predators, it's Sherman Anthony, the number 9, Jason Bryan, number 18, Rigoberto Bryan, number 5, Kayvon Carty, the number 12, Caden Fleming, number 3, Henry Fleming in goal, Yukimi Hughes, number 8, Fulton Lockhart, number 15, Andre Maurice, number 10, Felipe Joseph, number 14, Niall O'Neill, the number 19.
Chig is going to take the throw. Ashon Hodge picks it up, gives it back to Trey. She looks for, gives it away. It is just the number 9 with it for Predators. So lands it off. This is going to be a good hole. Just too much a heavy touch there. Too much a heavy touch there for O'Dane and O'Neill, and it goes out of touch. Oh, that's a foul. That's right in front of the referee. He's not going to miss that one at all. O'Neill being guilty, the guilty party on that occasion. Jarvis with the free kick. So, halfway line. Ball served in is Predators who knocks it forward. Jarvis lands it wide. It's Hodge, and it's left there to Trey. Trey gives it to Jarvis. Jarvis is dispossessed. There's another attack here by Uprising, by the Predators. It's a good run. Good pass there, splitting the defense again. Uprising is in disarray early. Looking to get around his man and was unable to. So the ball going out of touch there. And it's going to be a throw-in to Uprising. 1-0. Goal coming in the 5th minute of play. It was O'Neill. That's a foul throw. Referee didn't see that one, and ball is allowed to play. Here is Uprising on the left flank. A promising run here by Uprising. In the attacking third, into the area they go, the ball is knocked out of touch, and it's going to be a corner to Uprising.
Well, one man I'm looking for the Predators that I'm not seeing is the man Moses Madrigal. He was the number 7 playing on the right wing for them in their first encounter. And he looked a very lively fellow, but it seems like he's not available for this one here because he's neither listed as a starter nor a substitute.
It is corner swinging in and goes behind the back of the net. Well, in these times, we know what it was last year, and it was things were really tight in our country, and so a number of our players were available due to COVID lockdown. And we would have said from time to time, COVID caused the lockdown, but it was a good thing for sports and activities because we had the numbers out both in the supporters and players. This time around, we have a number of our players missing from cricket, from football, every now and again, and that is because things are looking on the up and up so far. Some of our hotels are not doing too bad, and so there are guys who have to go to work. But it is Uprising. Oh, this is a reckless challenge. That is not a good challenge coming in there. It's been spoken to by the referee, telling him, no, we don't want that. We can't afford that. I don't want that on the field. And very strong warning there coming in there by the referee to the number 15.
That's the man Lockhart. Ball comes in towards the goal, and the relatively alert keeper off the line quickly to collect that one on that occasion.
Ball knocks it downfield. It's Jarvis who picks it up. Jarvis. It's Uprising with the ball. Shot. Not a good shot at all. Going wide. No harm. Goalkeeper just look at it going wide, way wide of his net. Not a trouble at all to him.
Well, we know that Rene Thomas, he can definitely shoot a ball from a fair way out, but didn't make good connection on that occasion.
This is Uprising. As the defend, here goes. Trey takes it away. He's trying to find Rennie. Rennie is dispossessed, and the number 10 picks it up for. This is a good long ball. This could be danger here. You have to find the man. He knocks it forward. Get in there to the ball, the defense quickly. Avoided any danger. Uprising with the ball. It's Uprising. Dispossessed. The Predators are looking at very much a better team, a good team here, a completely different team. They were in absolute shambles against Ducks United, and this evening we are seeing, and that is why Ducks scored, and from the time Ducks scored, the team went flat, but they started well. They started well, and so this evening, not only that they started well, but they have a goal to show. Goal coming in the 5th minute. We are in the 14th minute of play. It's 1-0 in favor of the Western Predators.
But we're going back to that goal. I have to question maybe the set piece set up for the Uprising, because there's no reason that one man should be back, one defender versus 2 attacking players for the Predators.
Well, it wasn't really. It wasn't a set. Well, it came in from a corner. And then the counter, and on the counter, it was a long ball over the top, and it paid off for Western Predators. And the handball call there against the defender. O'Neill been spoken to there by the referee. That's a kind word. It's going to be a free kick to the Predators. Ball in. And the ball is into the area. Not headed there. Clearance by Brown, who gets it forward. Predators picks it up again. It's with the number 12. Ball back in the area. And setting up an offside trap, but he didn't catch him. And the ball going out of touch, and it's going to be a goal kick to Uprising.
Well, we're into the 15th minute now, and again, I must say, I did not expect this performance from the Uprising. They've looked sloppy, and that's not something that I associate very much with the Uprising of this season because they look such a well-oiled machine and for maybe the first 70 minutes of that first encounter, but they've looked rather ill-disciplined.
Well, a foul to call against O'Neill. 3 takes 1. And that is indeed a foul throw. He was on the park taking the throw.
2 mental mistakes.
Well, it's going to be a throw to the Predators. Western Predators, throw taken. Well, again, is this possessive? Oh, fortunately, it's going to be it could be a card. It could be a card. It is definitely a free kick. And it's fortunate not to be given a card.
Well, you have to say it was a relatively risky challenge there. He had to make the challenge on that occasion because had Anthony been able to turn, it would have been a clear shot on goal.
Very well so. Free kick. It is the number 19 O'Neill. Ball into the area, shot on goal, and it's not far at all. From that upper right corner.
I don't know if Thompson was getting
not
there.
Not far at all from the upper right corner at all from O'Neill.
I don't know if Rashad Thomas was getting there.
Well, definitely not. He wasn't going to get there. Here is Rennie. Has threaded the ball through, and the defender go, good work. A very tall man and doing good work there for the Predators. Ball knocked off field. Ball is going to go out of touch, and it's going to be a throw into Uprising.
Well, the number 12, I know him to be a winger. That's Kevon Carty. I played with him when he was in high school, and he was a winger. I knew him as a winger, but he's looked a very composed central defender.
Here is O'Neill looking to get around Jarvis. Unable to do. Rennie picks it up. O'Neill checking back and winning that one. O'Neill looking to get around his man. Does so. Looking down the line. Looking to get around a second man who was unable to get around. And the ball going out of touch. And it's going to be a throw-in. A throw-in to the Western Predators. Throw taken. O'Neill. Fleming looking to thread it through. Was unable to find his man. Here is Uprising again with the ball. Carty finds Jarvis. Jones steps over the ball and unable to beat his man. A tosser there for the ball. It's Anthony and Ashan Hodge. Anthony's going to get the better of Hodge. Good ball. That is going to be out of touch. Too heavy a touch. And it goes out of touch. And it's going to be a throw-in to Uprising. 1-0. 1-0 in the 19th minute of play. You are watching live coverage of the AFL sponsored Male Senior League. It's taking place right here at the Raymond Igesha Technical Center in the Valley. Angola. Here is Western Predators looking to stretch their lead. Has a 1-0 lead over Uprising. Jarvis Jones taking that one away, but giving it away. It's good work by the Predators. The Predators doing good so far on the right flank. Looking to pull that one back and change the wing. Sends it. Uprising is going to cut it out and sends the ball downfield, and it's going to be the Predators that will win the throw. And it's Predators with the ball. Predators. Aaron Rogers is going to break that one up. Petty gets it to Trey. Loses out to O'Neill. O'Neill looks up, finds his man his number 18, who sends that was a attempted pass there, and it was cut out by Aaron. It was a very easy ball. Ball been knocked out of a touch, and he picks it up right on the line, and it's Predators with the ball. Predators. Brian holds on to it. Brian looks up. Long ball, long searching ball. This could be trouble for Uprising. He's gonna get to the end of it. He picks it up, and good defensive work. And he is really showing his displeasure on that play there. He came across, furious tackle there, and knocking it out of touch.
And that's the Matthew Brown I know. He's a very animated character. He's very vocal at the back end. He will tell you when he's not happy with what you're doing. And right now, the Uprising are complete shambles at the moment.
Yes. Here is the Predators. Predators with the ball. Dispossessed there. Here is Fleming on the attack. Fleming is being dispossessed now. And Fleming is fighting, looking to win this one back. And Fleming gets it. Gets it to Rennie. Rennie lands it over, and that's a poor touch. Very simple touch. And that's the man number 4 there for Uprising. It is Stefan. Stefan not wrapping his boot around that one. No, he can hit the ball. Presently in training for the national team. Stefan on the left flank for Uprising.
Out there.
Yes. Long ball across. Straight, who picks it up? Long ball forward. Oh, this one on target, but dummy there by Fleming, and straight into the arms of the waiting custodian. All knocked downfield. Catty picks it up off his leg, and it runs close to the line. It's going to be picked up by Uprising. It's Jarvis. Looking to cut across. Loses it to O'Neill. O'Neill making the run. O'Neill gives it to, and he's offside. He's offside. He took too long. Took a moment too long to let it go, and in the end, his player was fouled. And had he released that ball a little earlier, it could have been spelled trouble for Uprising. We are into the 24th minute. It's 1-0. Goal coming in the 5th minute of play.
But I believe O'Neill, what he was looking for was a passing lane there, because what Matthew Brown did very well is that he didn't track the run. He tracked the lane that the ball had to go through to prevent the runner from being onside. So in him doing that, Anthony did very well as the forward to draw some contact and to pick up the foul, but it was well done there by Matthew Brown.
Very well so. It's 1-0. 1-0. Here is Uprising. It's running with the ball into the area. He goes shot and goal wide. Ball going wide on that occasion. Uprising. There's a player down for defense. It's Sean Hatch who picks it up and gives it to Brown. Brown looks up, gives it to Petty. Petty looks up. And looking for a goal, a long shot. And that one is not going to trouble the goalkeeper too much. Just palms it down and collects it. Gets it restarted very quickly. Rising. 1 goal down. 1 goal in deficit in the 26th minute of play. That's a good turn there by, is it Fu? Losing the ball. Jarvis picks it up. Jarvis gets around his man nicely. Oh, brilliant footwork there by Jarvis. He sends it back to Aaron. Aaron looks up. Ball, attempted cross. Ball coming off one of the player there for Uprising. Shot coming across. Ball cleared. And the Predators, they're standing tall, very tall too. Yeah, it's a tussle for the ball. Predators. And a foul, and it's going to go against Uprising. It's 1-0. 1-0. If you're just joining us, we welcome you to our coverage. And you are hearing right, it's 1-0 in favor of the Western Predators over Uprising.
Yes, it is 1-0, and the Predators, they have looked such a good squad, you have to say. But yeah, when you look at the Uprising, you look down to the bench and see the coach, the man St. Helier, he's usually a very organized fellow. Along with the assistant coach, Rhoda Richardson, two very organized individuals. They like organization on the field. So they see the Uprising in pretty much disarray because the midfield has not been organized at all, as O'Neill turns.
O'Neill, shot. Ball coming out, ricocheting off our defender. And offside going against the Western Predators. It's going to be a free kick to Uprising.
Yes, again, looking at St. Hilaire down on the touchline, he's in conversation with, of course, his defender, one of his most experienced players in the man Matthew Brown, as to finding some way, somehow, of getting themselves back into this one.
Yes. Into the 28th minute of play we go. It's 1-0. 1-0 in favor of the Western Predators. And a foul. It's a lot of the game is not flowing very fluently. You have a lot of stoppages for infringements. It's going to be a free kick to Uprising, taken by Rogers. And ball forward. And his disposal. Fleming with the ball. Fleming in the area. Opportunity here. And a very tame shot coming in there. Miss kick. And it came off of a Predator player. And it goes out for a corner.
Well, what Fleming did well there is that he knew he didn't have an angle for a shot. So instead he opted to play it off the defender's leg. And he won the corner in the end.
Yes. Corner to Predators is going to be taken by Jarvis. Is that Jarvis? No. That is Rennie. Poor corner. Poor kick there. It's to Rennie with the ball. Rennie making a run. Ball cleared. O'Neill picks it up. Loses out. It's ball is shedded by Che. And it is a shot coming in here. And the ball just going off the outside there. He was offside in that case. And that wasn't offside. It's that he has been flagged. It is a goal kick. A goal kick there. Flag being raised there by the AR. That's Josiah John saying that is a goal kick. Ball knocked downfield. One goal to nil. Believe it or not, that's a foul. That's an infringement. That's going to be a card as well. That is going to be a card. Yellow card shown to the big number 9, the forward for, that's Anthony for the Predators.
I don't believe that card was specifically for that foul, but I guess it's a caution to all the other players as to you can't be playing so dirty. The game is only in the first half, but I think that's the Predators that I've played against, because they seem to go into a mode
very
where
physical team.
Extremely physical.
Yes, they're a very physical team. I would have had the opportunity of refereeing a game with them, and I recognize that with them at times, when they get frustrated, they become very physical, and I had to caution a few of them, letting them know that no, this is not a battleground. We are still playing sports, and we must play in the spirit of sportsmanship. It is a free kick to a goal kick rather to Predators. O'Neill with the ball. O'Neill sends number 14 running, but it's Brown. Brown there is taken out of it. It's going to be a throw-in. A throw-in. A very late tackle coming in. Nonetheless, Brown had it under control. Brian with the ball. Brian. Dispossessed by Carter. No, illegally. It's going to be a throw. Free kick, sorry. It's going to be a free kick to the Western.
Looking at the setup for the free kick, I'm only seeing maybe 2 players or 3 in the box for the Predators right now.
Ball, sorry. Good ball in and Brown clears. It's Fleming with the ball for Uprising. Gives it to Rennie. Rennie, long ball forward, looking for Trey. Trey's not going to get into on the end of that one. It's going to go out of touch for throw in to Western Predators. Into the 33rd minute of play, and the Predators, indeed, not only that they have hold their own, they are showing indeed that they can play, and they are presently the better team in this game. They have played the better football for 33 minutes.
Well, I think now you see why I don't like to call games. I think you see why I never like to call games before the end, because any team on any given day can play a different kind of football.
Well, I reminded you before a ball was kicked that sports is played on the park, and it doesn't matter what it is on paper. You can be the stronger team on paper, but sports is always played on the field of play. Be it on the court, on the field, or wherever it is played, sports is not played on paper. Unless you're playing playing the sport on a paper. 1-0 in the 34th minute of play. Western Predators enjoying a 1-0 lead over Uprising. It is Anguilla Football Association Men's Senior League. It is the Western Predators taking on Uprising in prime time. Earlier this evening it was Salsa Ballers who took on Attackers, and Salsa Ballers went down 2-1. Salsa Ballers taking a 1-0 lead into the half, and they came out and losing the game at full time 2-1. They could not add to their lead, and in the end it was Attackers who equalized then went ahead. This one is a free kick coming in there and taken by the keeper. There was Fleming making a run there, a bid forward to get to the end of it, but was unable to. 3. Looking to find, finds Fleming, and that is Anthony who picks it up for the Predators. And looking to make a run, gives it to O'Neill, looking to find O'Neill there and just losing out. There is Derek looking to find Rennie. Rennie will not get to the end of that one. It is Predators with the ball. O'Neill loses out there. Momentarily, O'Neill gets it back. O'Neill making a run. O'Neill. And a good tackle there. Good tackle by, that's Ashan Hodge. Very confident there. One-time tackle clearing the ball. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Predators.
Sean, what he does so well is that he reads the game extremely well.
Yes, Anthony. Allowing the ball to run out of touch, and it's going to be a corner. No, it's a goal kick. Anthony's wondering, what did you see, referee? The ball didn't come off of me, but it very well looked like it came off Anthony, and I was very surprised that Anthony wasn't making a run. Tomorrow In the first game, it is going to be the Lions, Roaring Lions, taking on the Enforcers. And at prime time tomorrow, it is going to be the big one. Ducks United will take on Kicks United. That is a big, big encounter. But before that, there are actions all around Angola to the James Ronald Webster Park. There would be a big game. It is the Farrington Super Sixers. They will be taking on the Beamers, and there will be the Ashley Road Race tomorrow as well.
Lots of sports going on.
It is a throw taken there by Fu. Cleared by Predators. Aaron picks it up for Uprising. Jarvis looks for, and who doesn't find a fielder, finds O'Neill for Predators. O'Neill gets around his one man. He's looking for help. He sends the ball long. There's a run here. The goalkeeper is going to get it.
What I've liked from Joseph at number 14 on this left-hand side is he's very direct in his runs. He sees an opportunity for a run, and him and O'Neill are pretty much the same wavelength. O'Neill sees the run and Joseph makes the run.
Yes. That's what Che looking to send a ball forward there, but the ball was still rolling when he took the free kick, and the referee rightfully calling it back. 3. Free kick. It's into the area. Chance, and it's a goal! In the 38th minute of play, it's Fu making it 1 goal apiece. It's 1 goal apiece. It is Fu the man equalizing for Uprising.
Well, you do have to say that if there was a side that looked dangerous, it was that left-hand side with the man Fu over there. He read that ball well at the back post, and he took his time, took it down, and composed, finished it into the bottom corner, and the Uprising are back on level terms.
On even terms in the 38th minute of play. In the 38th minute of play, it is Fu making it 1 goal apiece. So it was O'Neill who got the go-ahead goal. 1 goal to nil. 1 goal to nil. And in this, the 38th minute of play, Fu sending Uprising equal. So they're back on even terms, an even playing field. 1 goal apiece. Long ball over the top. It is O'Neill who gets on to the end of it. As a man that's straight in contention. O'Neill.
Great feet by O'Neill.
O'Neill. Oh, and he loses out to Brown, but that was a good footwork there by O'Neill. Held on to the ball too long, and he was dispossessed in the end.
Well, O'Neill is giving the fans what they want, and that's a show.
And I guarantee you that you will not hear as much noise around the park. And this ball was, I thought for a moment that he was in an offside position, not Snow says John. It is a long ball over on the right flank. Will he get to the end of it? No. 1 goal apiece. 1 goal apiece in this opening encounter. In this opening half of the Predators taking on the Uprising. 1 goal apiece. Ball touched there to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Rogers. Rogers looks for, finds Fu. Fu makes a run down. Good turn there by Fu. Fu into the area. Fu holds on to it. Turns. Looking, he has 2 men in contention to contend with. He gets the ball to Jarvis. Jarvis with the ball. Jarvis! And he is dispossessed momentarily, but he's fighting. And it is Predators who cleared, but only to the man Derek. Derek picks it up. Derek. And Derek loses out. Ball there is with. He He had an opportunity, Joseph had an opportunity to control the ball and pull it wide. I'm not sure why he was trying to go back into traffic. That was a high traffic area, and he could have controlled it and bring it wider on the left wing. He didn't do so, and in the end, fortunate for him that it was knocked out of touch, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Predators.
Well, I do believe that the man Joseph, even though he's a very direct runner, it seems like he may be a bit tunnel visioned in his approach, the way he makes up his mind very quickly. So he had already predetermined that he was cutting back inside. So even though the defender had moved, he had already determined that and ended up running into trouble.
Very well, so here Uprising this possessing the Predators. Good turn there by Fu. Fu making a run down the left flank. Looking for his man. He finds Fleming. Fleming with the ball. Fleming looks for... Can't find a player. It is Western Predators coming on with it. It's with O'Neill. O'Neill looks a long ball across field. And it's going to go out of touch. And it's going to be throw in for Uprising. There's going to be a substitution very late in the first half. There is going to be a substitution for Uprising. Well, very surprising here. And the fourth official forgot his board inside. And he's going back for his board. Here is Fu. Gets a wrong one, gets a wrong two. He can't get a wrong three. Can't get around the third. Ball played out. Aaron picks it up. Aaron looking to make a run here. Aaron looks up. Pulls it back. Looks for help. Gets it in Jarvis. Jarvis finds Petty. Petty finds Trey. Trey looks for... Oh! That was a sweet ball through. He threaded it through. But Rennie was too heavy for Rennie to get to the end of it. And it's now knocked downfield by the keeper.
What I like about Trey Guns is that even though he's playing at right back and as a natural midfielder, he's not just sitting to be a right back. He's more of a wide/deep playmaker for those long through incisive balls between the lines of the Predators. Is what he's been looking for in that midfield area. So I like what they're doing with Trey Gums.
It's one goal apiece.
Well, it's Rene dribbling past one. Rene looking to get past the second. Now we're flying Jarvis Jones. Jones with the ball over the top towards Fleming. But well done there by Henry and Nets.
Too heavy there for Fleming. And the waiting arms of the custodian. And just lob this in, just goggles it up. 3. Comes up. The keeper is going to come and takes it. Henry is knocks it downfield. It's going to go over the head of Anthony. And it's O'Neill. Gives it away there to Hodge. Loses out. O'Neill doesn't give up. Ball is back with Trey. Gives it to his keeper, who's looking to change the wing. Does so on the left flank of play. Here, with ball going out of touch into the final minute of play. And who is going to be substituted? Uprising. Is it Ashan Hodge who will be substituted? Half time, and I'm not sure why he was substituted at that time, just to run the clock down. Well, you have 45 minutes to play. It is Petty with the ball. Petty picks it up. Petty looking to thread it through. Was unable to, but he finds Fu. Fu finds Jarvis. Jarvis sends it wide on the left flank to Rogers. Rogers with a ball crossing opportunity here, and defense coming to the aid of the keeper. And the whistle going there against Fleming, and it's going to be a free kick to the Western Predators.
But what I liked about that ball there from Aaron Rodgers is that instead of looking for the Clark center of the box, he opted to go for the back post where Derek was one-on-one with the defender, and maybe Derek could have gotten his head onto that one there. Opted to go with the boot and missed the chance.
Yes, and that's half time. That's half time in the 47th minute of play. That's the final whistle for this the first half. Western Predators 1, Uprising. It's all a level and all to play for in the second half. And until we come to you live again from the Raymond Igishaw Technical Center, we are sending you back to our studios.
And we are back live now here at the Raymond Eagleshark Technical Center for the commencement of the second half between the Uprising and the Western Predators. And we have seen a second change being made for the Uprising. It looks like the man Ricardo Petty will be coming onto the field as well. And a third change as well is going to be, that's in number 5, I believe, is that Adrian Carty? I'll have to look and see. The number 5 is... Yes, it is Adrian Carty, and he'll be starting in to the right back position. So he's replacing Trey Gums. And now the Predators are making a change as well. So a lot of changes being made now. Is going to be, I believe, that's Angelo. Yes, it is Angelo Santana coming onto the field. So a lot of changes being made here at the halftime break.
A number of the changes that has been made is made due to injuries. So a number of players being attended to medically there by the medical staff during that break, and one of the Predator players had to be helped by his teammates to get back to his bench.
Well, it's going to be the Predators who are surprisingly for me in this game, are tied at 1 goal apiece. Going into the halftime whistle, so they're all to play for. It's going to be the Uprising looking to break quickly, but this one is picked up here on the right-hand side. It's Uprising again. It's a man, Rennie. Rennie on the left foot looking to play through Fleming, but Fleming just can't get that one under control there. The man catching Fleming just couldn't get his touch in order, and it will be a goal kick.
Goal kick for Predators in the 46 minutes, the first minute of the second half, and it is 1 goal apiece, believe it or not, with all to play for.
It's still a 0-0 game. Rennie Thomas looks to turn. Rennie got a battle in the midfield again with that number 11 in the form of Angelo, but he wins the ball. It's with O'Neill. O'Neill has a man on the left-hand side. He will use him. That's the man up there, Joseph. Joseph is breaking at pace. Joseph, number 14, cuts it back. Looking for some support, Joseph. And he'll win a free kick as well. So good use of the body by the man Joseph out there. And it's going to be a free kick to the Predators.
Yes, that's number 4. That's full. Taking out Joseph from the ball. It was just outside the penalty area, and he has to be very mindful.
Well, we have seen that the man Andrew Alexander, he's come on to replace Derek, and he's playing on the left-hand side, so maybe to provide another outlet here. It's going to be a free kick for the Predators. This one goes in along the ground and easily collected by the man Rashad Thomas in nets. So it's going to be a kick by the goalkeeper that goes high, targeting the man Kajik Fleming up there. It's allowed to bounce by that Kevon Carty, and Kajik can get onto this one. Kajik Fleming, great walk by Carty again there at the back. He's really composed himself, and he has become a pretty serviceable central defender. He's an extremely tall man, but he's usually a wing player, plays on the wing. It's going to be a throw-in now. It's Aaron Rodgers. Finds Petty, Ricardo Petty. Looking to turn, but he can't keep this one in play. It will be a throw-in now to the Predators. Here on the right-hand side is Caden Fleming. Fleming taking the long throw. And again, straight to Petty, but well done by Hughes. Hughes gives it away to Jones. Jones. Now it's O'Neill on the ball. O'Neill looks at the ball forward towards... almost found Anthony there. He almost played Anthony through. That's terrible.
That's going to be a card. That is going to be a card. That must be a card. That must be a card. The yellow shown. That must be a card. That's a terrible challenge.
He made
a
no
terrible
attempt to
challenge.
get the ball there. He said, "I am taking you out," and he absolutely cleaned out the player there.
No effort at all to play ball. He played the player, took him out, and the only thing that saved him from a red card was because of position.
It's going to be O'Neill on the free kick. Niall O'Neill, the number 19 on his back. As the referee sets up, the free kick ball comes in. Good ball by O'Neill, and a good header as well there by Matthew Brown. Rennie at speed. Rennie can break. Rennie Thomas with the ball out wide towards Fleming. Fleming on the right-hand side. Kajik Fleming Picks up this ball on the right-hand side. Looks to cut back inside, but can't get past Brian in their defense. And it's going to be a throw into the Uprising. So it's into the 49th minute of play now, and the Uprising are looking to be a dominant side here in this game. They're trying to get a foothold in this one because for probably the majority of the first half, they were pretty much on the back foot.
Well, so it's going to be a goal kick to the Western Predators. They really hold their own thus far in the game. And after coming off of a 12-1 defeat, one would have hoping that for the Uprising team, they would have been hoping for a better showing from them, but it wasn't to be so.
Well, it's going to be a player that's down for the Western Predators, and it looks like that maybe the man Sherman Anthony up there. I think it may be Sherman Anthony. He's been such a good player for them, so they won't want him to go out at all.
And he was walked through there by the defender, the goalkeeper, the referee, not his assistant saw anything. And none of the assistants, they're trying to get communication, and communication, not going to see any cards or anything. It's the referee is watching in this.
Well, Sherman Anthony, he really reminds me of another player in this league in the form of Bing. Bing for the...
That's Kicks United forward.
Yes, he really reminds me of Bing in the way that he uses his...
Bing.
No, Bing he plays
Bing
for...
plays for Limers.
Yes. The number 21 for them, I believe. And the way he uses his body up top, it's very similar to him and Sherman Anthony. And another player similar to that mold is a man, Tristan Richardson. They are very similar in that mold, in that they're very quick. Not Ryan Richardson. They're very similar in that mold in a way that they are they're fast, but they use their body very well up top.
Anthony is down and receiving some treatment there from the medics, and for for the Predators, they will hope that he would be able to continue. He has been doing well so far and threatening the defense of Uprising. And not only that, the Predators would want him to threaten, but he would want to make them pay.
As we do know that he's a very lethal finisher. The finish that he had in that game against the Ducks United, it looked like a man of confidence. The way he just slatted it into the bottom corner, it was a great finish.
Well, he's favoring that left ankle, it seems. And he's making his way off to the sideline. And he is... limping, and he would look to... Would we see him going back on?
He wouldn't want to come off. I think he's just going for a drink of water. It's going to be Brown with the free kick now. Matthew Brown. This one goes high now towards the back post, and Petty's fast. It's Kieran Andrew Alexander. This one goes inside. Back with Alexander again. Alexander!
Offside. Is offside. Good call there by the assistant. He
very well in the first half, in that he's creating an outlet on the other side, because Derek, he seemed to be drawn very much into the play when he was playing on the right-hand side, but they moved Fu over to the right-hand side, and they've brought Kieran Andrew Alexander here on the left-hand side. And what he's done is that he's stretched the Uprising attack to make them more two-dimensional, as O'Neal is dribbling again, but he just can't get past Jarvis Jones. That was with Rennie Thomas. Rennie, that's the man. Rennie looking to get past two, and will win a free kick there. So, good work there by Rennie Thomas. He's a very skillful player, and he's very liable to draw a couple fouls. It's going to be Jarvis Jones over this one, the captain of the Uprising, Jarvis Jones. Takes this one towards the back post, and keeper gets there first. Well done there by Henry Fleming in nets, because Kajik Fleming was waiting on that one there at the back post. This one going high. Well done by Aaron Rodgers, and he's cleared out there by Sherman Anthony. And Anthony was trying to pick this one up. Sherman Anthony, the ball forward, looking for Hughes. But well done there by Rashad Thomas again. He comes off the line quickly and settles things down there. The custodian in nets for the Uprising. So into the 55th minute of play, and it's still 1-1. There's a bit of miscommunication at the back there, and Predators have to clear all the way out of touch. It's going to be a throw-in. So the Uprising, they're looking at a much better team here in the second half. They're playing with a better purpose. So I'm going forward towards Kajik Fleming. Fleming will turn. Looking to get past Kevon Carty. And picked up now. Finds Alexander. Alexander's looking inside. Just can't get past Hughes. Hughes will find Petty. Petty with a shot, but a very weak one at that time. The goalkeeper will pick this one up, prevents the goal kick, instead wants to kick it out himself. This one is going to be kicked long there by the goalkeeper. That's Fleming, and Sherman Anthony looking to turn. Anthony going over the top towards O'Neal. O'Neal is he's quick, and so is that's Joseph out there. Joseph won the ball, but good defending there in the end there. I believe that was Calvin who came across. It's now, that's a good challenge in the midfield. A fantastic challenge, but a poor pass. Well done there by Adrian to intercept. Adrian Carty. It's not going to find Alexander. Keanu Andrew Alexander. In towards Rene Thomas. Thomas. Back with Jones. Jones, the ball forward. A fantastic ball forward by Jones, but well read by the defender, and it's a foul against the Uprising and a free kick to the Western Predators.
I know there is going to be a substitution. It's going to be the number 1, Alwyn Richardson. He's going to be entering the game. It's the number, we'll wait to see. It's Hughes, the number 8, who is given way. So Hughes, after 56 minutes of play, is given way to Richardson.
Well, this one's back in the defense with Kevon Carty. He's put under pressure and forced to clear long. We'll find Fleming, number 3. Fleming looks wide. He will find Richardson, Alwyn Richardson. This one going forward again towards, that was Anthony, and a free kick blown by the referee against the Predators. I think the Uprising had maybe an advantage, but the referee chose to pull it back. So I'm going out wide now, looking for Fu. Fu there on the right-hand side. Fu with a good header inside towards Kajik. Kajik fall for Fu again. Fu can't get there before the defender. Well done by Kevon Carty. It's going to be a corner to the Uprising.
It's another occasion Fu coming out, the better man there. He's a bigger man, and indeed it was a good header, searching for Fleming. In the end, the defender Chuck Backton was able to do his duty and did it well in the end, putting the ball outside for a corner to Uprising.
Well, Fu's not the tallest man, but he does jump extremely high. It's going to be Rene Thomas on the corner. Thomas swings the ball in towards the edge of the box, and not too far away from the back post on that occasion there. The corner was well within the 6-yard area, and the keeper did not come to claim, and that almost resulted in a goal.
Yes, no. There were no great shots there, and luckily for the Predators, they were not made to pay. And that's a foul going against Uprising. It's Fu on that occasion, being guilty of the infringement.
The challenges are flying in rather thick and fast, yeah. It's going to be Carty there on the left-hand side, coming over from center back to take this free kick. Kevon Carty with the ball forward, cleared by Adrian Carty. It's out for a Predators throw. So the Predators, they're well and truly into this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to go on and get the second, because that's just how the game of football works. It's you can look at a team on paper and say that they are the better side, but if the Predators came out today with a game plan, a clear game plan, and you have to look again to the coach, man, Samara Richardson Jr. His reintroduction to the dugout has really G'd up the Predators, you have to say.
Indeed, so. And the difference, one man can make a difference on the field of play. And we're seeing here comes the corner swinging, heads going up, Jarvis clearing, and
It's not
only to
Angelo.
number 11.
Angelo, number 11, looking to dribble past a couple. Angelo. Now all the way out with O'Neal. O'Neal with the ball forward, and Brian was not too far away there, but well defended there in the end by both Aaron and Calivan, two very experienced players, and out for a goal kick. Going to be Rashad Thomas. He's one of the two normal goalkeepers for the Uprising. Of course, you also have Kasem Thompson, who was a goalkeeper for the Uprising as well.
I haven't seen Kasem at all in the season. I'm not sure if he's on island or if he's still playing football at all. But that's a high boot.
I think he's playing music with Via Connor and his band. It's Kajik Fleming with the ball over the top. And it's going all the way towards Andrew Alexander. This one is headed clear, only as far as Jones. Jones looking out wide towards Alexander. Jones cuts back, but well done there by Angelo. That was well intercepted by Aaron Rodgers. Jones to Petty. Ricardo Petty looking out wide, and the pass is well read but picked up here. And the Uprising are into the box. The Uprising down to the byline, and he can't keep it in play. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yes, he was trying to bully his way through into the 6-yard box in the ball running just touched too long, and he could not get to the end of it. But coming out here in the second half, and the Uprising looking on a business-like team, playing a bit harder. And Calivan there, we saw him in the games last season as a big central defender for Uprising. Not sure how many practice he would have gone. He did not play in the first game, and he is here, and so coming on just on the stroke of halftime. A very suspect substitution. Nonetheless, here is Predators with the ball, and that ball is being pulled outside. Tomorrow, it is 2 big games. It is Sunday. It's going to be the Rowan Lions. They will be taking on the Enforcers. And they will be looking for revenge. They will be looking for revenge against the Enforcers.
One Petty over towards Alexander. Alexander in space on the left-hand side. Alexander looks to get past the man. Alexander just can't beat that central defender there. Picks it back up again. Alexander looking to turn. It's going to be a corner kick, but again, you have to look at Jarvis Jones there. He reminds me so much of a young version of Akeem McIntyre, the man matter for Ducks. He just sits in that CDM role and just plays some elegant passes through the lines.
I say Jarvis saw him from primary school, coming up through the ranks of secondary school, and now he's playing in a senior league, and he looks a very good prospect. Very good prospect. One to watch.
So corner comes in, swinging well, and just past the head of the man arriving there, but a foul judged by the referee. It's going to be a free kick to the Western Predators.
So as I was alluding to the game last year, where it was the Enforcers who ended the Rowan Lions' chance of going further in the knockout competition, and so the Rowan Lions will look for revenge come tomorrow against the Enforcers.
Yes, and it's you wouldn't want to say a weakened Enforcers team, but they are missing a few of their normal starters, but they do have the man Duke, they have Mason, they have Sylvanus James, they still have such good quality, and I believe if the game on the cricket park finishes early, Massimo Bone will be there as well, starting at centre back for them. So it's going to be very interesting to see this Enforcers team, this new look Enforcers team up against the Roaring Lions.
Well, it is more of a handicap Enforcers team.
Here comes Alexander, and he's looking to, that's actually Renee Thomas, but he can't get past the player. They were looking for a foul, and And you heard the crowd say it before the players actually realized the ball did not go out of play. You heard them starting to show play, play, and I believe Rene started to play after. It's going to be a throw-in as we're seeing.
And there is a player down, and it seems to be full. It seems to the man down there on the right. And
it's not just him, but we're seeing Andrew Alexander on the near side. He's seems to be struggling a bit as well. So both the wingers for the Uprising seem to be struggling just a bit. But looking back at the Uprising centre-back partnership from last year, it was Shavoy Gums and Nathaniel Gums, the man they call Nat. So they have two relatively new centre-backs starting this season.
And Nat is very much available. He's in the dugout, so he's available to the Uprising. I'm not sure how fit he is. He came on as a substitute in the first game, and now he is on the bench as well again.
Yes, so we do know that Shavoy Gums, he did leave for England, I believe. I believe he's in England right now, as play will be resumed, as we've seen Fu has gone off on the far side. So it's going to be a throw-in or a free kick. We're yet to see.
But it's going to be a throw-in.
It should be a throw.
It's a throw-in. And there was a shout right in front of the dugout for...
it's going to be a free kick, actually.
That's a free kick.
And Jones is over this one here. Travis Jones, the captain of the Uprising.
Well, Lewis.
The ball in towards the far post, and well held there by Henry Fleming. Because had he missed it again, there were two players looking at the back post for the Uprising.
If you notice, if you hear the shouts that are coming from the crowd, it is for the Uprising ones. You see any good play from not for Uprising but for the Predators, and they are really supporting the Predators, the underdog team in this game.
But they have a very large fan base. You saw them in that first game versus the Ducks United. That the largest shout of that game came when the Predators scored their one goal, not for any of the 12 from the Ducks United.
Very well so.
But it's going to be Adrian Carty looking out wide. He's going to find Petty, Ricardo Petty. But he can't win that one there. It's out for a throw-in to the Uprising.
And as we were saying, in the night's second game, at prime time, it's a big game. The two champions.
This one towards Thomas. Rennie Thomas, shot on goal. It was a rather wild effort.
It's a Digicel knockout champions. It is Ducks United will be taking on Kicks United. That is going to be a big game. You won't want to miss it. Doc, are you going to be here?
I will be here, and it's going to be the clash of two former teammates up top. The old strike partnership for Kicks is going to be Johnny. It's going to be Mally, and they're going to look to get some goals. It's Alexander with the ball, and he just couldn't get it into the box. Out for a goal kick.
Well, I'm not sure if Johnny is fit enough to play. I know due to some unknown reasons that the coach would have left Johnny on the field after being 6-love up at halftime, and he sustained an injury that may just cause him to miss that game.
Well, they do have some good reinforcement on the bench, of course. You have the man Stuart Murray, who played up top for them last year. He may slot back into his striker role, push Smiles up further up the field, back onto the wing. They may opt for Marshall on the wing, so they have a lot of options that they can use.
They do, certainly. So there's going to be a substitution. It is Fu who is unable to continue. He's going to be substituted by Lewis.
So it is going to be Lewis making his way onto the field to replace Fu. So that's the end of his night. There's going to be another substitution being made as well, I believe, by the Uprising. But the meanwhile, it's going to be a throw-in on the right-hand side. It's a Shaquem Lewis who made his way onto the field at number 16. It's going to be a throw-in to the Predators now on the Left hand side, throw comes in towards O'Neal. O'Neal turns. O'Neal, he recovers the ball. O'Neal dribbling. O'Neal doing what he does best and running at players. That's what O'Neal is so good at. He's so good when he runs at players. Here's again O'Neal looking for the pass inside. O'Neal. Well done by Adrian Carty. Good turn.
That's a
there
good
by
play.
Anthony.
Here is O'Neal.
O'Neal on left hand side. O'Neal past the man. O'Neal goes down.
It's a dive.
Nothing doing, says the referee. Referee doesn't get up. It's Lewis. Ball going over towards Alexander. Alexander just can't get his touch in order. And so it's Fleming who can't keep it in play. No, he cannot. It's going to be a throw into the Uprising.
But I definitely think that he was fouled. Whether or not he was fouled outside or inside of the box, he was fouled. He was fouled, and he may have made it look more than it was, that he fell inside the box. But the foul, contact was made with to his boot.
Well, I don't know if I want to call it a dive, but I would say I think he tried to continue running, try to stay on his feet, but in the end, his momentum carried him down. Yes, it is going to be to Jordan Lewis making his way onto the field instead of Shaquem Lewis. It's Jordan Lewis. He was not listed as a substitute originally, so he is onto the field now to replace Foon. That's a terrible challenge.
Somebody's going to be carded.
It's either California or Aaron, but one of them has to be carded because that was a terrible challenge there. Made no effort to get the ball. He took out the man completely, and it looks like they have Anthony's number and they want to take him out.
Yes. The number 9, he was tag team there, and Calivan.
Typical of Calivan, you have to say. Typical Calivan.
Vanderpool took him out of that one.
Well, it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be Kevon Carty over this one. Referee pushes him back. But they do have some tall players in the box there. Of course, the aforementioned Anthony as well as O'Neal. They are two relatively tall players. Carty with the ball forward. It was Anthony. Anthony can't get his head onto that one there. No, it can be cleared. It can be cleared. It's Fleming looking for the ball forward towards Petty. Now it's going to be the Predators. Brian looking out wide in towards Richardson, but he just can't win that one. There's Ricardo Petty. Ricardo Petty finds Rennie with the ball forward towards Lewis. Lewis is through.
No.
That's Alexander, actually. Lewis has gone onto the wing, but he can't get onto that one there. Picked up by Rennie Thomas. Looking in a battle out there. Rennie Thomas is dribbling, looking to get past. That's Angelo, but it's going to be a throw into the Predators. Good work there by Angelo.
Into the 73rd minute of play. It's 1 goal apiece. Predators taking on Uprising and really making a good account of themselves.
It's Angelo who gives it away there. Picked up well here by Lewis. Lewis looking towards, that's Alexander, but he can't find it. Calivan goes down, and maybe
that's a dive.
And given as such as it, no, it's going to be a free kick to the Uprising, and I don't agree with that one there because it was just some shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and Calivan went down very easily.
Calivan was looking that the referee will return the very same favor to him, and it wasn't to be. But he should have been carded again, and he was fortunate because that was indeed a dive.
Ball forward by Rogers can be partially cleared by the Predators and now cleared for the upfield. But given back to Aaron Rogers again. Rogers cuts inside. Rogers looking to get past the man, but maybe a bit too much footwork, and O'Neal well read by Matthew Brown. Out wide, and now Petty goes down, so the field maybe has a monster in it because a couple players are going down, and a couple.
Seems like somebody has a string tied to the feet of some of these players, and that they're just tripping over themselves.
This one forward, and it was Alexander who was looking to use his speed up front, but couldn't get onto that one there. This one is clear. No, Brian looking to get forward. And towards Richardson. Richardson going back towards the danger side. You don't want to put that pass there. But again, Petty giving this one away. And Anthony over towards Joseph. Joseph on the far side. Looks to get this one forward, but he can't keep this one in play. And it's going to be a throw into the Uprising.
Throwing into the 75th minute of play. Wait a minute, 15 minutes to play. Can Predator hold on to a draw?
Well, I don't want to ever call a game as Jones looking to break forward, but cleared out of play for a throw. And I don't ever want to call a game, and I was maybe a bit foolish to call it earlier, but I'm not going to do so here.
Well, I told you before the game got started, before a whistle was blown, I said to you that on paper, they look the better team. But football, any sport is played in the middle.
And it's going to be...
I assured you with their coach back on the bench that they would indeed be a better team. There would be a better showing. And indeed, we have seen just that tonight. They were run to rags. They were taken to piece. They were shredded by Ducks United, not so in this game.
It wasn't a good debut game for them, but a much better showing of themselves in this one here. They've looked a much better side, a much more composed side.
Indeed so. It is going to be a throw-in for the Predators on the left flank of play.
This one is going in towards Brian. Jason Brian looking for the ball out wide, but miscued, and Lewis picks up. Lewis to Petty to Jones. Jones. Now it's with Rogers. Aaron Rogers. Driving forward, back in towards Jarvis Jones, but he just can't pick that one up, and it's going to be given away again. Petty. Petty does well to turn. Ricardo Petty looking out wide towards Kajik Fleming, but just couldn't get the touch.
There is O'Neal. Ball! This could be dangerous. The goalkeeper comes and it doesn't miss.
That's brilliant by Rashad Thomas because he saw the danger there. As O'Neal looking to turn again. O'Neal looking to get past Vanterpool, but well done. And we saw that I believe that's Rogers. He was absolutely cleared out there. He was cleaned up by the oncoming player, I believe Richardson, for the Predators. He was absolutely cleaned up.
Rogers stayed down there. I think he didn't really get hit as such. He kind of pulled out of the tackle, and it was there. Fortunate for him that he really didn't get run through as the oncoming player. He came through with some force, but really not the full collision as it appeared to be. Rogers pulling out of it, and he was just lying on the ground. And it is going to be a restart here. It's going to be Brown. We'll be restarting. The referees giving in some direct instruction. And the ball is played back to Rogers. Rogers, long ball forward. And he misses. And this one could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous.
Lewis could have gotten onto that one there, and of course, you had the man Alexander who was waiting and hoping that the ball had gotten through to him because he would have had a point-blank shot on goal. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers with the throw, going long. Looking forward towards, that's Rene, I believe. Rene, the skillful Rene, looking to get inside. Now it's going to find Lewis. Lewis looking towards Rene again, but cleared for it. O'Neal will not get past Adrian Carty. Adrian gives it away, but picked up by Petty to Jones. Jones out wide towards Kachik Fleming. Fleming looking to get inside. A great ball through and almost cut it off. He almost got the pass off, and it would have been danger on the net of the man Fleming. Give it away again. Jones. Jones read that one so well. Jarvis Jones. Jones is traveling. He can travel. Jarvis Jones getting onto the left with Jones with a great ball through. But Fleming read that one well.
A good throw ball, but touch too heavy. Jones coming across and taking the man out. And that is a free kick.
Look at Jarvis Jones. The footwork was sublime, but he committed a foul in the process. It's going to be a free kick as we're seeing, I believe that's Fleming who's down for the Predators.
Not sure how much of contact he would have made to that player. He seemed to would have gotten the ball rather than the player. The player went down and the free kick was awarded.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for the Predators as Kevon Carty plays it long down towards Richardson. Richardson will not win that one. Lewis was there, but it's going to be out for a throw in. A bit of a miss touch there by Lewis. And like, you can see the smarts by Jones. Instead of throwing the ball back to the Predators, he put it down in the middle of the park.
Yes, and gave his defense the opportunity to get back into position. Jones with the ball. He's dispossessed. Anthony picks it up, and it's going to go out of touch for a corner.
And Jones, he's really come to life in the second half. He was relatively, maybe a bit inconclusive in the first half. He didn't make much of an impression on the game, but he's come to life in the second half. And it's going to be a corner for the Predators. O'Neal over this one. And again, he's going to be looking to target Anthony at the back post. There's 3 men lined up at the back post. No, they move away. Ball comes in. And towards the penalty spot. Header goes in.
Oh.
And cleared away by
another corner.
Calvin at the last second. Calvin got his body in the way and played it out there because I don't think Thomas I don't think he knew much about that one.
A man is down in the penalty area. That's for the Predators. A Predator player is down and he's favoring the right leg. And the medics has been called, and they're asking his teammates to take him off to the back or help him off and allow the medics to. And he don't want to go off, but he don't want to go off. He's helped back to his feet. So Neil sends it in. Not a good kick on this occasion. It is Rennie who's coming away with it for Uprising.
It's a good ball into space, but I don't think Alexander was aware to that one there. It took a bit long to get there. Alexander looking to get past his player over there, but that's great strength being shown by the defender. Predators can break. Predators at speed. Predators giving away again. It's Kajik Fleming. He's playing almost everywhere today. Now looking like he's in the midfield. Now with Aaron Rogers. Looking forward towards Jones. Jones not tussled there and won by Richardson. Back with Brian, who clears it long. I was at Fleming. Fleming clears it long. But a touch by O'Neal is maybe a bit poor, you have to say. And there's tons of space for Lewis. Jordan Lewis. Looking to get past Fleming, but Fleming read that one like a book. Oh, great tackle there by Lewis. Ball into the box. Towards the back post towards Fleming. Fleming can't get onto that one there, but he's a rather tall figure, Fleming, and he wins a free kick. I don't know if I would have called a free kick that way because it looked like Fleming ran into the defender, but the defender had turned their back on the play, so it could have gone either way.
Oh, the defender obstructed the player from getting the ball. He was in the way. He stood in the way, and hence rightfully called against him.
Well, there's going to be a substitution now being made by the Predators. It's the man Gomes who's making his way onto the field. Richie Gomes, I believe, making his way onto the field. Not sure who he will be replacing. I think it's the number 10 for them. That's the man Andre Maurice. So it's a free kick for the Predators. Rennie can really hit one. Rennie Thomas over this one. Leaves it. It's going to be Jones to hit this one now. Free kick comes in. Headed in a dangerous position there. And had he gotten that one under control, that may have been a shot and goal there.
That wasn't Jones.
I think that was Carter who hit that one there. That was Adrian Carter. And I do know him. He can hit a ball as well. Adrian Carter. I've seen him score a fair few.
Well, it is in the 84th minute, and we're seeing a substitute warming up there for Uprising. And what I've seen is that from time to time that the coach has gone for speed in the late half of the second half, and it seems that's what he's going to try to do here again.
Yes, the game has opened up tremendously. There's a huge open gap in the midfield as they're looking to regroup the Predators. Back in numbers, the ball over towards Lewis. Lewis now races with Fleming, and Fleming wins it very well. Well done by Caden Fleming, and he wins a free kick as well. So that's great defending there. Fleming, he's had a very underrated game as Caden Fleming, gone a bit under the radar. But he's really had a very good game. He had right back.
Yes, he's been fighting for the Predators. And fighting hard for the Predators, ensuring that nothing gets past him. And his goalkeeper is in good stead. While the substitution is going to be made. It's
This one going long. Header won by Jones. Jones towards Petty. Petty back to Jones. Jones to Rennie. Rennie Thomas. Back with Jones. Jones in a battle in the midfield, won by Angelo. Angelo's pass is a bit misplaced. It can be picked up now by the Predators. Predators a great skill towards O'Neal. O'Neal looking back to Jones. That's, I believe, Joseph out there. Joseph, we're going to get through, but he just can't make his way through that wall at the back for the Predators and the man Matthew Brown. I believe Calivon is down. And that's something you want to see. Calivon is down there at the back, and finally the referee stops the play.
While Calavan is down, and his head is in the grass, and is he favoring the right leg?
I think it's that right leg. He's trying to stretch it out there because he does have some injury concerns. So with him just coming back, you don't want him to go down again.
Well, he will be able to continue. There is going to be a substitution, and we wait to see who's going to be coming off.
Well, it's going to be Kajik Fleming making his way off the field.
I think it's Fleming.
Yes, Fleming is coming off. We're yet to see who will be coming onto the field.
That is...
We're still waiting to see the numbers. But I have a suspicion that as the ball is back in play. The ball is back in play now for them, and Fleming is battling. Fleming using his long legs to his advantage, but Kevon Carter has long legs as well. And that's the number 8, Davin Fleming. So he's a fast player as well. As you said, they up for speed, and Davin Fleming is extremely fast. We do know David, he came up through the Maroon Horse ranks for the high school in competition, and he was a very successful player.
Well, I'm not sure if the assistant referee, the number 2 assistant referee would have seen the number 1 assistant referee raising his flag. I'm not sure if the headpieces are working, because the flag went up a long time ago, and the assistant referee on the far end has up to now to acknowledge that. But the substitution is made.
And it's going to be Kajik Fleming for Davin Fleming. But looking into the box, I'm only seeing maybe 2 players in there and a couple around the edge. But they're going to look to make their move now, the Uprising. Ball comes
in, and it goes in the side netting, and a poor corner there by Lewis.
A relatively poor corner, you have to say. Don't know why he was the one on it. He do have 2 designated set piece takers, and Javis Jones and Rennie Thomas, as well as you have the man Aaron Rogers, who can deliver good set piece as well. As you saw, that was the number 12 Alexander looking to dribble there, but couldn't get past the defenders, and it's going to be another corner. And now it looks like it'll be Javis Jones over to take this one, so it should be a much better set piece. So it's Jones, the captain of the Uprising, to deliver this one in towards the near post, and the defender got his foot in there just in time, because there was a man there looking for the header, and it signaled to be a corner, but the defender, Kevon, he is maybe a bit in contention with that decision.
Well, yes, it is. The call came from the AR2, the AR on the far end, so ensuring that I'm not sure, because the ref was in the best place. he was indeed in the best place. The ball clearly came off the attacking player, not the defender. It came off the attacking player. It was a wrong call in the first case. It was a wrong call, and he corrected that.
I don't know why the referee saw that there's no way that the ball could have gone to the side of the foot of the defending player, so it had to come off the head of the attacker. It had to be a goal kick. And well judged there, but I believe that's Ambrell, the fourth official. It should be a free kick for the Predators.
It's going to be, and we are into the final minute of play. Final minute, we might get something like 3 or 4 minutes of injury time. We had a few stoppages, so we'll not be surprised if we get some 4 minutes or so of injury time.
Still time for a goal.
And it will be we have now got 90 minutes. That's 90 minutes played, and the referee, we are looking. So this time we have not seen any signal at all.
It's O'Neill on the left-hand side in a battle with Adrian Carty, and won by Carty. He's a very experienced player. Carty. He's been playing on the age football for a while. There's a space out there. That speed out there. I believe that's Devin Fleming. And he's looking to cut back Fleming, but he couldn't keep it in play. Just couldn't keep that one in play because he does have a good right foot. He could have delivered a great cross into the box, but it's going to be a throw-in to the Predators.
All right, so we are waiting the board. So anytime now we can see how many minutes we have had. Almost a minute played already, and we are still within. Is it going to be 4 minutes or 3?
I think it's 3.
3. So it would have been 3 or 4 minutes in injury time. So we are going to get 3 minutes.
Ling up a shot, and he's going to leave it go for a corner kick. Rightly done. Well done by the player out there, because his first instinct was to take this one and try to bring it back into play, but you would want the corner. Especially at this time, because we do see that in a very similar position. Matthew Brown has gone up.
This is going to be a very dangerous corner here.
It's 1 against 2 because they're sending Anthony back. Corner comes in towards Brown, over his head, and a fantastic header right on the 6-yard box. And the Uprising, you said it was a dangerous corner, and the Uprising have dragged themselves from 1 goal down. They now lead 2 goals to 1.
Well, I said it. I knew it would have been the final kick of the game to make an impression. And Jones rested right on the head of Rennie, and he made it count.
It was a fantastic hit. He didn't just try to hit it. He directed it into the side netting. Renee Thomas, not the tallest man, but when you play with heart, you can win that ball there. It went over the head of Brown, and Renee was just right there in perfect position, and a fantastic header.
I said it was going to be a dangerous corner kick. It was, when you're playing sport, it is not what comes in the beginning. It's how you end. And so, coming down to the end of the game, the Predators trying to play too careful resulted in them going 2 goals to 1 down.
And the attack now is O'Neill looking to turn. O'Neill can't get past. And we can see some hot heads there on the bench for the Predators as the Uprising with the ball forward. They're not done attacking yet.
Well, that could be the final kick of the game, because we have had 93 minutes, the 3 minutes of injury time, and that could be the last opportunity going a begging there for the Predators.
Rennie, shot on goal. Just to run out some time, you have to say, because he wasn't really going for a goal. Not a typical Rennie shot. Just trying to kill some time.
2 goals to 1 Uprising. What a start to their season. What a start to their season, winning their 2 first games.
Well, it's going to be...
That's final game. Uprising in the 2nd minute of play coming out a 2-goal to 1 winner over the Predators. A good game there, Doc.
A fantastic game. Action from beginning to end, a lot of physical challenges, and we did see that in the end, the Uprising, the quality on paper just shone through at the very end. What a ball it was by Jones, the captain, with a captain's delivery into the box. A fantastic ball by Jarvis Jones, right onto the 6-yard box area, and a good header by Rennie is a difference in this encounter.
Yes, Rennie there, he played with heart throughout the game, and in the end he was rewarded a fantastic header. But the quality of the pass had all to do with it. It was a fantastic, a delicious pass, corner there taken up by the man Jarvis Jones. Rested on the head of Rennie, and Rennie just guided it, redirected it into the upper corner and made it 2-1 to the Uprising team.
Well, yes, it was a game with a lot of highs. The Predators can take a lot of pride out of this one there, because they were into this game for the entire 90 minutes, and just the extra time, the extra 3 minutes there at the end, they just didn't have enough in the tank.
Yes, and so that's where it's going to end. 2-1 in favor of Uprising, and a good game there by the Predators. Well, we are going to leave you. Before we leave you, we must remind you that come tomorrow, it's kickoff time. It is at 4:30, and it's going to be the Enforcers. They will be taking on the Royal Lions. In prime time, it's just about 7:30 in prime time. It is going to be a big game. The big game is going to see none other than Ducks United taking on Kicks United in what is anticipated to be one of the biggest games thus far, and so we look forward to being in your company come tomorrow. Before that, at 1:30 in the PM, it is going to be over at the Journal Webster Park. It is going to be streamed live on Mega Charles Live and the Digital Play Go app. Also, it will be carried live on Radio Anguilla. Not sure if Class FM will be there tomorrow, as Class FM is mandated to carry the Ashley Road race. Well, it's all the cricket from the James Ronald Webster Park. It is going to be the Ashley Road race around the block. It all takes place, and then all road will lead to the Raymond Igisha Technical Center. Until then, on behalf of all our commentators, the man Remy Millet, the man Tony Fleming, Clyde Bryan, I am the voice of choice, taking you back to the studios. Thanks again to the Bryan, the Hazel family, who is responsible for carrying us live and lively throughout the world. Well, until we come to you live again, we say goodbye, good night. It was a pleasure bringing you the coverage as it unfolded right here at the Raymond Igisha Technical Center.